I'm a roller coaster, turning around.
What is up, guys? It is Coasters and Things here today, and I am going to be reviewing the newest roller coaster to open at one of my home parks. This is Big Bear Mountain at Dollywood. This is a new for 2023 Vekoma coaster, and this is actually Dollywood's 10th roller coaster. I had been waiting and dreaming of the day that Dollywood has a double-digit coaster collection, and it finally happened. Big Bear Mountain is also Dollywood's longest roller coaster at 3,990 feet of track, and it's the first one of a brand new model of coaster. This is Vekoma's new Family Launch Coaster, one of two set to debut this year, the other one being Lightning at Frutavik in Sweden. I'm sorry, I probably totally butchered that park's name. But this one is the official first one. Dollywood loves first-of-its-kind roller coasters. Look at their previous ones. Mystery Mine, the first Gerstlauer Eurofighter in America. Wild Eagle, the first B&M Wing Coaster in America. Lightning Rod, the first ever launched wooden coaster, although it isn't really a wooden coaster anymore, but you get the point. And Big Bear Mountain just adds to Dollywood's collection of first-of-its-kind coasters. So Big Bear Mountain is located all the way in the back of the park in Wildwood Grove. It was Phase 2 of Wildwood Grove. We know there will be one more phase to it in the future, so that is something to definitely look forward to. But you know, when Wildwood Grove first debuted in 2019, it was fantastic, but it felt a little incomplete. Now with Big Bear Mountain, this area feels so much more complete than it did prior. So you walk up to the plaza, and hats off to Dollywood. They did a great job with this entire area. There's so many great vantage points of the coaster, and there's even a photo op right out front. You go through the queue line, and the queue for this coaster is actually decently themed. There's a lot of stuff about a big bear who's been roaming in the woods. There's backpacks and other hiking and camping stuff too. There's also several clever puns in there related to bears. It's like, bear left, bear right. You get the idea. You get into the station and get into one of 10 rows. This coaster has 2 trains, and I must say, the times I've ridden it so far, the crews at this coaster have been doing a fantastic job at dispatching the trains fast. Keep it up, Dollywood. You're doing a great job. So you step into your train, take a seat, and pull down your restraint. It is just lap bars, no seat belts. However, there are these weird bars that come down on the sides of your legs. They're not really shin guards, they're just kind of weird. You get the all clear and experience your first launch. What's cool about this is you launch straight out of the station. You can also find this on another ride in the same park, Fire Chaser Express. I would probably say that Fire Chaser's first launch is a tad punchier than Big Bear Mountain's, but this is still really cool. You're starting off the ride with a bang right away. You then bank left, come down, and go immediately into the second launch. You feel some decent force on this launch. This coaster actually uses LIMs instead of LSMs. Almost all launch coasters built these days use LSMs. LIMs are a rather old technology from the 1990s that Dollywood decided to bring back for this ride. I gotta say, I really enjoyed this launch. You come up and bank high up right and then left. The first part almost feels like a mini wave turn. After those 2 banks, you come down to the right and bank up high again, this time to the left. You then go right and turn downward to the left. This is where you pass through the tunnel where the waterfall is. You don't get misted, the waterfall is just there for show really. It makes for a cool near miss though. From here you curl back up left and bank again to the right. Notice a pattern here? This ride is very twisty. Next, you bank ever so slightly to the left, turn to the right, and then turn back left. You then go over a couple of hills, and you would think you would get airtime on these, but not really. Maybe if you're in the front, but towards the back, definitely not. This ride does not focus heavily on negative G-forces. If you want airtime, go ride Lightning Rod. You then turn into the third and final launch, and this is where you hit your max speed of 48 miles an hour. I'll say it feels a little faster than that, honestly. You then go up into the highest point of the ride. It's 66 feet off the ground. Believe it or not, when I was in line one time, it actually rolled back here. It didn't make it up over this peak. But anyways, after that highest point, you twist left and then immediately bank hard to the right. You then hit another one of those mini wave turn elements, make a rapid fire S-curve, and then dive down. You come back up, bank sharply to the left, and then go over a few more airtimeless hills. You go a little left, and then a full right-hand turn. And then to end out the ride, you dive under the path, and this is where you hear Big Bear. He growls at you loudly, and then you pop up into the brake run. That is Big Bear Mountain. This coaster really was a wonderful addition to this park. It is very smooth, fast-paced, and fun. There's no dead spots during the ride at all. You keep good pacing the whole time. Also, this coaster features onboard audio. Ned Oakley is telling you where to go, like bear left, bear right, you know, that kind of thing. It also plays the exact same music that was in the animation video for this coaster. I ended up liking Big Bear Mountain more than I thought I was going to. When I first saw the announcement video for this coaster, I was actually a bit disappointed with this coaster. But now that I've ridden it, it is very fun. Ready for this? I think you could argue this for being the third best coaster in the park. It's not quite top 3 in the park for me. It is top 5 in the park though. It is super re-rideable. I think this ride is going to surprise a lot of people. For Big Bear Mountain's overall score, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Should you go ride this? Definitely. That being said, be prepared to wait for it. It's a brand new family coaster at Dollywood. Those 3 things combined are going to make for long waits. That being said, I think you guys are going to really like Big Bear Mountain. It's an all-around really enjoyable roller coaster. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And this is Coasters and Things signing out.
I'm a roller